This is Ian Lamont, author of Google Drive and Docs in 30 Minutes. Today, I'm going to show you how to embed a Google Sheet like this one on a website. If this video helps, please subscribe and like the video, and let's get started. So basically what I want to do, I want to take this data and I want to put it on one of my websites. This is a website that I control and I have editorial privileges, and I just want to embed that data there so other people can see it. And I just want to show you what the end result is. This is actually one of the sheets that I embedded in one of my websites. I basically created a sheet that tracks the prices of certain types of genealogy services. And then I embedded it on this website. So people can basically come to this sheet and they can check the data. I update it every month. And when I update it, the data is automatically updated too, so my viewers can see that. And I'm going to do the same thing now with another website that I have. So the first thing you need to do is you need to get the code which will let you embed this Google Sheet on another website. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to click File, Share, Publish to Web, and then you'll have two options, Link and Embed. You want Embed, and then I'm going to select the entire document, but if you wanted to, you could just have a individual sheet if that was the situation. Just check the Publish Content and Settings and make sure that it says automatically republish when changes are made. If it has a restrict option, don't do it unless you want to restrict access to that sheet, like to people in your own organization. So I'm going to automatically republish when changes are made. I'm going to use the embed code. I'm going to press this button that says publish, and it says, are you sure you want to publish this selection? The reason why Google is asking you this is because the data may be sensitive, okay? And there may be reasons you do not want to publish it on the web. For this particular example, I'm not too concerned about it. So I'm going to click OK, and then it will show me the embed code. So this is, I may also call this an iframe code or iframe code block. I'm going to copy all of this block here, 4 lines, right click over it, select copy. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the website that I want to publish this particular spreadsheet. So this is a WordPress website, but I've also done this in Shopify and in Google Blogger. It works the same way. What I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new post. And I'm going to call that sales data example from Google Sheets. Okay? And then maybe here I'll type something else. This is a sample sales spreadsheet. Okay? And press colon and then return. Now, one thing that's really important here, if you don't see an editor that looks like this, make sure that you have a plugin installed in WordPress, and it's called Classic Editor. You need Classic Editor, or you need some sort of option that will let you switch to the text view of the editor. The text view may also be called HTML view. It's the same thing. So I'm switching to text, and then you can see it says this is a sample sales spreadsheet. This little bit of code, I'm going to delete that, and then I'm going to paste the embed code from Google Sheets. Just to refresh your memory, this code right here, I'm going to paste it into this particular page by right-clicking and then selecting paste. Okay? So I've just done that. Sales data example from Google Sheets. This is a sample sales spreadsheet. You might be able to see a preview in your program, and I can certainly see it right there. But let's see what it actually looks like on the web. So I'm going to click Publish. Okay, the post has been published. View post. Let's take a look and see what it looks like. All right, here's my sales data. Unfortunately, it's almost impossible to read. Like, I can scroll over like that, but it just looks really bad. So what I need to do, I need to make a few modifications to the embed code so it shows up in a way that's easier to read. And here's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to edit the post, or if you're using another website publishing platform like Shopify or Blogger, you'd find the way that you can edit that particular page. I'm going to go back to the text or the HTML view by clicking on this little icon up here. And then where it says iframe space SRC, right before SRC, I'm going to create an extra space, and then I'm going to type width equals 800, and then height equals 1200. Basically what I'm telling this website publishing platform to do is to make this particular square 800 pixels wide and 1200 pixels tall. It's actually a rectangle, but that's the idea. I'm going to click Update. And then let's view it again. So here we go. This is much better looking. I can see all the data there. I can scroll down. So this is really, really useful. This is what I wanted. You can make other changes too. And one thing that I've done, for instance, on this particular spreadsheet is I hid a whole bunch of columns so they're not visible. Because if I didn't hide, like I have columns for every month going back 6 or 7 months by now. If I didn't hide 3 or 4 of them, then the rightmost column would be going off the screen, and I don't want that. So basically what you can do is you can go back to the original spreadsheet, and what I can do is like maybe I can hide this column, and I'll just hide those, and then I can maybe move this to the left so more data is visible. And then it says save to drive, and eventually what's going to happen on the WordPress page, let me actually just reload that, maybe it will already happen. It didn't happen yet, but what's going to happen is after 5 or 10 or 15 minutes, these columns will disappear. It will basically be automatically updated. So the view that I saw in Google Sheets is more likely to be showing up here on the website. So again, this works in WordPress, it works in Shopify, it works in Google Blogger. It works on, I assume, most other websites where you have publishing privileges and you can basically select edit the text or edit the HTML. If this video helped, please take a moment to like it or subscribe on YouTube. For more information, check the links in the description. Thank you so much for watching.